market. We're talking with George Castel, who's written more books about the Chicago Cubs than pretty much anybody who's written books about anything. George, can you give us just basic reasons why you think the Cubs haven't been successful over the last
Well,
year?
very, very simple. They have had consistently some of the worst baseball management around, and this dates back to the Wrigley regime. You contrast this with the Braves and the Twins, the Yankees, teams that are known for quality baseball management, developing their own players. The Cubs have never had a consistent farm system. It dated back to the Wrigley regime, where Phil Wrigley did not even believe in a farm system and fell 15 to 20 years behind Branch Rickey, converting the Cardinals and the Dodgers to a great farm system. So really, it has nothing to do with curses or goats or anything like that. It's the decisions of mortal men, and they have not had a basic understanding of producing their own players and spending money wisely, and they've changed managements too often, so it's kind of a witch's brew of how not to run a baseball franchise.
No, they've actually built up the farm system in the last couple of years. At least I feel they have. Tom Wilkins has done a pretty good job. How do you think that Jim Hendry's been doing the last few years? Do you really think his job is safe? Do you think that possibly he should be gone?
He's safe for now. He's apparently convinced the Ricketts that he's the guy to, bring the Cubs back to prominence, and of course, having 2 more years on his contract certainly helps him. I don't think the Ricketts are in a financial position. It's one of the reasons why they haven't fired Lou Piniella. I don't think the Ricketts are in a financial position to have people sitting around drawing $1 million, $2, $3, $4 million in salary without working. This is a Tribune company which, when it wanted to, could spend what it wanted to, basically. So I think Hendry will basically serve out his contract as general manager. They like the fact that he's hired Tim Wilkin, one of the top scouting directors in the game. Tim Wilkin felt that the Andy MacPhail philosophy of drafting pitchers was flawed. He felt that you have to draft position players in the first 20 rounds of the draft. You're not going to have hitters slip down and be a diamond in a rough being drafted number 62 like Mike Piazza was many years ago.
Yeah.
So they like the fact that Wilkin has got a wave of position players coming, having drafted from 2006 on. And Oneri Fleita, of course, an old Hendry lieutenant dating back to when he played for him at Creighton, is running the farm system. So I think the Ricketts are convinced that Hendry's organization will produce results, and they feel that changing the organization, wiping it clean, and bringing a new general manager, bringing a new farm director and scouting director, they'd have to be starting from scratch again.
Do you believe that the Cubs' new wave of getting all these athletes, the guys that can run and make a little contact, is going to make a difference and turn them into a winner over the next 3 or 4 years?
It should. I don't know if it'll turn into a winner the next 3 or 4 years. With their financial resources, they don't have to have a 5-year plan where they go down and lose 100 games for a couple of years. You can filter in young players, as the Braves and Twins successfully do, and contend. But you have to have a good baseball organization to do that. It's sort of like the Bears with their quarterback situation. You have to have a quarterback system and have a passing system like Bill Walsh had to properly develop a quarterback, and not have a quarterback throwing wildly and unproductively for 5 years. Again, it's the system and it's the organization. Organizations in some cases do win championships.
Yes, they do. I appreciate it, George Castle.